Welcome
Y saludos, amigos.
a nuestra presentación, Revenge of the Pod, presented by the Room 303 Network. I am your host, Luigi, and this is my co-host,
Jason. What's up, everybody? Glad to have you back this week for a very cheerful episode. Or is that? Yeah, a little merry episode. There you go.
Very cheerful. For those of you who are only listening, I just showed Jason my elf shirt, the Will Ferrell elf shirt. It's not a full Christmas episode, but we got a few Christmas goodies for you guys. All right, let's get started. Jason, how you doing, man? How you been?
Dude, doing pretty good, man. First of all, just just want to point this out there. Repping the Room 303 brand. We got them Room 303 shirts. You guys want some? Let us know. But they sold out. They sell out quick. Like you gotta pre-order them, and it's gonna wait for like a year at least to get, because that's how quick. There's a waiting list, guys. There's a waiting list.
Yeah, but this stuff might be able to get you one on the quicks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We'll get you on. Yeah, they make you look pretty good, dude. Look at that. I don't look that. Yeah, I don't look that strong, but this makes me look very, Anyways, yeah, dude, my weekend was pretty good. Broncos lost to the Texans, so that kind of sucked. But one Texas team, it was a hell of a game. Yeah. 3 interceptions by Russ, and we were still in it. It was crazy. Texas, though, college football. Hey, they made it to the college football playoff, dude. I was so happy. You find out on Sunday who made the team, the 4 teams that made the college football playoff. And I did not think that we were going to make it. They had one loss, and there's some other teams that went. There's this one team that went undefeated, FSU, that went undefeated, and they didn't make it, which was kind of mind-boggling. I don't know. The committee decided not to go with them because their star quarterback is hurt, and they want to put the best possible teams out there. So I don't know. It's very tough. But next year there's going to be a 12-team playoff, so we won't have this issue where only 4 teams make it. 12-team playoff. Yeah, way better. You can put in the 12 best teams in there, and then they duke it out in the playoffs. So it'll be a lot more fun. So,
are they adding games to the college season?
Yeah, so 12-team college playoff. So what's that? That's 6 teams. So I'm guessing 2 teams get a bye, and then 4, and then no, wait, is that right? I'm not sure how it works, to be honest. 8 teams, and I think 2 teams get a bye. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but it's going to be very interesting. There's going to be a lot more playoff games, so a lot more like quarterfinals, semifinals to the final game. So should be very interesting and well deserving. And you can actually tell, like, if you feel like some of these teams should have deserved to be in the playoffs. Now you're going to find out, like, were these teams worthy, or were they that good, or were they just good during the season? You know what I mean? So it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, tried out this food truck that apparently is one of the best burgers out here in the Phoenix area. So shout out Randizzle's food truck. This guy named Randy decided to make a food truck because he thought he could make great burgers. And bro, he makes a weekly schedule on his Instagram. Follow him on Instagram. I think it's at Randizzle's food truck or something like that. He gives you a weekly schedule of where he's going to be. Bro, at least an hour wait. Minimum an hour wait. 45 minutes probably. We waited about an hour and 15 minutes. They opened at 5. He opened at 5:30. We got there like at 5:30. Right at 5:30, there was already a line backed up. We waited about an hour, and it took about 15 minutes for us to get our burger. But it was worth it, dude. It was really good, really good.
Dang, okay. Yeah. Okay. If it was worth it, then that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah. And it was by like a bar that has like its own like I would say brewery, but like they have a lot of local breweries that give them like cocktails, like they have a bunch of different beer selections is what I'm saying. So I smoked a queso this weekend. Came out fire, dude. Fire, bro. And then Cole and I and Jamie as well, we're going to the When We Were Young festival in 2024 come October. That should be fun.
For sure.
Yeah, we got our tickets. Cole, I think, already got the hotel and stuff too. So,
snap!
Yeah, it is legit. Come October, get to see like Fall Out Boy, Paramore, I think is going. Who else is going? My Chemical Romance, Jimmy World, I think. A lot of bands. Should be fun.
And
What about you?
what did I do?
Yeah.
Well, actually, this weekend was pretty eventful. So I had a winter fest that we had to do. We sold hot chocolate at the school. Got to see a lot of my students.
Some spiked hot chocolate like your ponche?
Exactly. Exactly. It was weird. They were acting weird. I don't know. Those kids can't handle that out. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I just to be clear, anyone, just a joke. Would never do that. Never do that. Anyway, after that, I got an oil change, and then I smoked a pulled pork at midnight, all the way till like 9 in the morning.
Hell yeah. How'd that come out?
Fucking great. It was amazing.
Nice
It
and
was
juicy.
really good. I barely tried it today, actually. That's how busy
Oh,
my weekend was. Yeah. Because I made I took a big tub for two tubs for my friends that I was going to the birthday party of their son. So I wanted to make sure I had it ready for that. And so I gave them some, and we were at the party and got to play, and we did all that. Then we went to the movies. And then after that, I went home and just like kicked it. Well, no, I helped prep for another party. And then I went home and kicked it and just played tons of video games, which you were a part of. Several hours of just like gaming. Sunday, I went out to lunch with some friends of mine, and we tried Kunstler's, which is a German brewery here in town that has pretty good German food. Great beer, great food. I recommend. Like, if you ever come down to San Antonio, I would take you there. I think you'd like it.
Sweet.
It was chill. Say what?
I'm pretty sure our boy Nick will tell you that you're pronouncing it wrong. I don't want to give it a shot, but yeah.
I'm sure. But I did my best. Anyway, so there was that. And then just other than that, just chilling. The Cowboys played on Thursday, so I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this Sunday. I already watched them play, so it was nothing crazy. We've got a tough schedule from here on out pretty much, so I'm pretty nervous for the rest of the season.
You guys have a pretty easy matchup this Sunday night, you know?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, super easy. I wish I could say that about them. Shoot. Cowboys are playing the Eagles, for those of you who don't know. Eagles are, I mean, after this past Sunday, I would say the second best team in the league.
Yeah, you know, man, everyone has those off days, but it's gonna be very interesting now in that NFC conference. So
I don't know, man. After that game, I'm like, well, maybe San Francisco is the best team in the league. Like, they're blowing out the good teams.
Yeah, and then losing to, like, I don't know, some not so good teams. So any given Sunday, you know.
That's true. All right, let's get into our trailers. Jason, you got some stuff for us this week, Jason. What's in the news, Jason?
Some pretty good stuff. Everyone's hyped about this. I don't play the current one, but GTA 6, the trailer is set to come out tomorrow, December 5th. But as you know, the internet, someone already leaked the trailer, the teaser, and it looks pretty. The graphics look pretty sick, dude. Like, it looks crazy. Like, and it won't be set to come out till 2025 though. So it's like, why? Like, they're still working on it, so it seems like there's a lot of glitches that they still need to fix. A lot of the go ahead.
You know what they're probably doing? What 343 Industries should have done with Halo Infinite, and they're completing the game, hopefully, before they release it.
I know, Halo. I feel like they're still trying to complete the game, especially with the new stuff that's coming out tomorrow for Halo. That pretty exciting stuff. Stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to kill some hordes. I definitely like the horde mode.
Yeah, me too. Like, just waves of computer characters coming at you but you get to play in teams, so that's very fun. I'm excited for that. What else? Well, out of the gaming world, we got some pretty cool other trailers that came out. get everyone excited for next year. I guess I'll start with this one first. The Boys season 4 teaser trailer came out. Going to be available on Prime Video, set to come out 2024. We don't really have an exact date yet or a month, but it looks, it just looks like where it left off. It didn't give us too much. Obviously, you see Homelander, you see everybody, and what looks like Starlight is going to be going out against Homelander, like in a political side of things. So it's like turning people against each other. I don't know if you've seen the trailer yet.
No, I haven't. All these are new to me.
Oh, snap. Okay, yeah, but it looks like because it ends with Homelander killing a person in public, right? And then people cheered him on. Yeah. So, and people were like, yeah, it's about time you did, for these people that don't deserve it and blah, blah, blah. And people were like cheering him on. So it looks like they're going to put people against people. And I think that's how politically that they're going to attack that for Homelander not to look like a bad guy or something. I don't know. It looks very, very interesting. Next up, we have House of Dragons season 2 teaser available now. And it's going to be available on Max coming summer of 2024.
Summer, man, they must have been deep into production already when the strike hit.
Yeah, man, it looks pretty sweet. Like you can already see like Daenerys? No. Rhaenyra, yeah. Going up against man, I forgot that kid's name with the eye patch. Like they're like matched, they're like in a beach together, and like their dragons are like right there, dude. It looks
the one who killed her son?
What's the one that
killed her son? Oh my gosh.
It's not Aegon, but yeah, it shows Aegon in a crown, and it shows Rhaenyra in a crown too. So it just looks like and there's like a quote that she says, like it's not a war like between like people, it's a war between family and stuff like that. So looks very, very intense. It looks dope. It looks real dope.
Man, if I didn't already know that what happens to Rhaenyra, I'd be like, oh my god! But like, there's a little.
We already know technically, right?
Yeah, we know overall.
What happens?
Okay, and what else we got? I'm excited. I cannot wait for that one. But
that one's sick. Yeah. This next one, I never played the game. I hear nothing but great things about the game though. So, and the trailer looks pretty fucking sick. It's a teaser trailer. It's out now. And this series will be coming to us April 12th. On Prime Video, and that's Fallout, live action series of the video game we all know and love. Apocalyptic setting, right? And
dystopian.
I don't know what. Yeah. Trying to, just survive, I guess. But it has a very The Boys vibe to it. In the teaser trailer, someone blew someone's head off. It was crazy. Someone with a missing nose. In a cowboy hat was shown as well. I don't know if he's a character in the game, but pretty interesting. I don't know if you played Fallout before. No? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't, and I was invested. So I don't know if the gamers out there were, I'm pretty sure they might have been hyped, or maybe they're being picky. Like, I don't know if I like this. They show some of these robots that look pretty freaking sweet. Looks like it's going to be pretty comedic as well. As I don't know, like I said, I got a very The Boys vibe to it as well. Another one that I did forget to talk about, and it came out a while back. So, but I did want to bring it up because I really like the first one. But Inside Out 2 is set to come out June 2024. And they're bringing in a new character called Anxiety.
Two other characters. I don't know who they are yet.
Yeah, we don't know what emotions they're going to be, but I mean, they're really catering to us, like, the kid grows up and, here comes anxiety, and maybe, I don't think depression will be one, right? Because that's technically sadness, right?
Sadness. Yeah, I would assume, unless it's just like an extreme form of, they'll be like besties.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, as a teacher, I'll tell you, there's a lot of kids who have anxiety. Like it's crazy. Like you can see it in the way they act, the way they conduct themselves. They're like pretty anxious already at young ages. So that'll be good for kids too.
Yeah, and the character played by Anxiety is going to be played by Maya Hawke. So she's the one in Stranger Things,
Stranger Things.
the daughter of was it
Ethan Hawke
and Ethan Hawke, right? Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sweet. Yep, love her. But yeah, man, a lot of good stuff that's set to come out next year. I'm very excited. I will definitely be catching all that stuff, especially series. Love me some series. Because I didn't really watch too much this past week. I did want to just give you a quick update. I did see Blue Beetle on Max.
What you think?
It was cool. It was cool. It was all right. You know, it was not like the best. George Lopez is probably my favorite character. Honestly, he's pretty funny.
I liked the guy that plays Blue Beetle. I enjoyed him quite a bit.
Yeah, him too. Yeah. He was cool too. I don't know. It's just the CGI kind of from time to time was just like, eh. Some of the acting at times was kind of like, meh. So the storyline kind of like, I get it. It makes sense, you know, but other than that, like, I don't know if I'd watch it again. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, I really like that movie. I was like, this is a pretty good, relatable film. Like, I felt like they were a little more believable in some ways than you see in other movies. Obviously not all the time, but in some ways you're like, oh, okay, these moments make sense to me. I could see that.
Yeah, and the soundtrack was cool. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the plot like kind of makes more sense. Like stuff was happening for like a reason, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so as far as the story wise, like, yeah, it was cool, but like, I don't know. It was very interesting. To say, I would give it like a 6.7.
I think that's exactly what I gave it. Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It's just like I didn't think it was like wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fair. But it was good. It was watchable for sure. I'll jump in with one that I've got. So this weekend I finally saw Wish.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
How was it?
I saw it.
Oh, okay. I've been wanting to watch it, and I've been hearing not so good things about it.
So, okay. I feel like I'm gonna be bad mouthing the movie, and I kind of am, but like, it's not unwatchable. It's just not special at all. There is nothing new about this movie. Disney did not perfect their formula with this movie. So even the things that they've been doing for years weren't special in this one. I thought the comedy landed a bit flat. I thought the villain and the main character were pretty good. They were solid. I think the main character is probably the highlight of the film, and then the villain closely behind. But I thought the music was atrocious. Particularly We Are Stars. That is probably one of the worst Disney songs I've ever heard. And that kind of bothers me. Huh?
Even worse than the rap song?
Then what?
Even worse than the rap song for Little Mermaid?
Okay. No, not as bad as that. Not as bad as that. No. But it's close. It's close. Like, it is it's cringeworthy. You're like, oh, this is lame. Like, I'm watching this and I'm like, this is lame. This is just lame, right? There were some other songs, though, that were very good. The ones that the lead singer or the lead character does are pretty solid. Chris Pine's character, the villain, does a song that could actually have been really funny, but I felt like they didn't animate it very funny. They were trying to make him seem menacing, and it was more of a jokey song. So I didn't know. I wasn't really sure what they were trying to do with that. There were just moments that felt like missteps. And then all of the main character's friends, the main character is named Asha. So all of her friends feel like they came out of a Disney Junior cartoon. They also kind of look like that. They look animated kind of cheaply, which I'm like, Disney, that's your thing. Like, if there's anything that we know Disney can do, it's like animate beautiful films.
Wait, so the animation, like, it looked different. So
it did.
Okay,
no, there's moments where it looks great.
Okay.
but the human characters were very plain. I thought, especially her friends were very plain. But if you're a Disney fan, I'm a Disney fan. I'll say that right now. I am a Disney fan. Yeah, it's a corporation. I get it. But I also grew up on those films and I love them. I'm not going to be sorry about it. You will see a ton. And I mean, after a while, you're like, I've lost count of how many nods there are to the movies. Like, that's
Wow.
how much it packs in. To a point where you're like, I feel like they focused more on that than they did on story and like character development. Again, Asha is developed pretty well as a character. All of her supporting cast, I don't feel are. There's only maybe a couple characters where I'm like, oh, I see your turn. This is good, blah, blah. Otherwise, even Chris Pine's villain, like, he does fall a little bit flat at times. Overall, Disney Plus. Watch it on Disney Plus because it feels like it should have been made for Disney Plus.
That's interesting because I remember when I saw the trailer to it, I wanted to see it in theaters, but like more and more reviews are coming out. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll probably just wait. Wait on that.
I was excited because I thought it was an original story. I'll say that. I thought it was an original story. And it technically is, but really what they did is just like made a Frankenstein of all of their stories and like disguised it as another film, which I'm like, fine, you wanted to go back to fairy tales, cool. That's where Disney started, right, with fairy tales.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, do it well. I don't know, give me some good humor, give me an unforgettable villain. I'll say this. I guess he isn't forgettable because my daughter was singing his like theme song at one point. So there's that. And again, that song is supposed to be funnier than it comes off in the movie. And maybe I just didn't take it the right way because I was just like, oh, this is
really
not
putting you on.
Yeah, but overall, it does have high points. I'm done talking bad about it. I do really like the concept of everyone's wishes, right? Someone's taking everyone's wishes and the idea of like having the ability to pursue your own dreams without anyone telling you can't or holding you back from it. That's a strong idea that they're trying to push in the movie. I think that they do really well in creating a strong lead character that kids would want to follow. She's a lot of fun. She's interesting. You definitely follow what she's doing throughout the movie, and she's very likable. It just, her friends, I cannot get over how have you ever seen any of the Disney Junior shows, like with your nieces and nephews? Do you remember Princess Sophia?
No.
Okay, so it's what else? Something.
You said Disney Junior show?
Say what?
You said Disney Junior?
Yeah, Disney Junior.
I just remember Mickey Mouse Playhouse. That's all about it. That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Did you ever see Paw Patrol?
No, but I know about it.
No, not the same. It's like you have to see how the characters act to know how some of these characters came off. They just came off so uninteresting and flat. It was wild. I was like, Disney can do better than this. They've done so much better than this. Like the same studio that made side characters like
Olaf.
Abu and Olaf and Genie and pretty much every character in Lion King was like very interesting. I don't know. It definitely falls flat in a lot of areas, but there is promise there. There's things that you're like, oh, this is interesting. This is a good concept. And I think, again, kids will grow up to be like, oh, this one wasn't the greatest, but I still love it because I grew up with it. It is going to be one of those movies for them, I think.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because it sounds like Katya enjoyed it.
Yeah, she did. She got some kicks out of some of the parts in the movie. She definitely enjoyed that. And if you are a Disney fan, as I mentioned, it does tug at the heartstrings a few times here and there. If you stay till all the way after the credits, it has a nice little end scene. It's nothing important to the movie. It's just nice. If you grew up with all of those movies, it does bring out a lot of nostalgia as you're watching the film. It's that I cannot deny, and that was enjoyable to see.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, what would you? Did you already rate it for me? Would you give it all? Here it comes.
Like 5.5.
5.5. Okay, that's probably like one of the lowest scores ever that you've given.
I know I've given lower than that. I gave something a 4 or a 3. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Like, it's rewatchable because it's a kids movie. They've made it so that it can be rewatchable for sure. But would I go out of my way to rewatch it? Probably not. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You're making me want to watch.
You should see it. Yes, I think you should see it.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I don't know if I want to anymore. You know,
it's not so much that it's a bad movie. It's more that it's a disappointment.
Gotcha. Yeah. And it looked good. So yeah,
that's why it's a disappointment. That like, it has promise. It just doesn't fully deliver. It delivers mediocrity. At the end of the day, that's the problem with the movie. There are shining points in the movie. I think the concept is really good. I think some of the visuals are good. I think the main character is good. The villain has high points. Falls into a lot of tropes and cliches, but so does the rest of the movie. Very predictable. Right. You know exactly what's going to happen almost from the start of the film. You know exactly what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. So that's where it falls flat. You just
sounds like Killers of the Flower Moon to me.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scorsese. All right. Next one, we both watched this. Gonna move on from Wish, but we both watched Invincible's newest episode.
Yeah, well, we talked about it. We finished watching it. I don't know if you did.
This past episode?
Wait, what? There's a new episode that came out on Friday?
So another episode of Invincible came out this past Friday. I will not talk about it at length, listeners, but there's some stuff that happens with Mark and Omni-Man. I will just say that. We'll talk about that on the next episode of Revenge of the Pod.
Yeah, okay, well, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm caught up. Viltrumites visit the planet. And they duke it out and they battle it out. And they
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, that was on Friday?
Yeah, that was this past Friday.
Okay, man. Whoa. Okay, so we recorded. I saw this after we recorded. Okay, sounds good. Oh yeah, because we ended with Mark ends up seeing his dad. Yeah, and then that's how we ended off. Okay, great. Yeah, all right. I am caught up. Go ahead.
Okay, just kidding, guys. We can talk about it. I thought, come on, Jason. Anyway, so Mark shows up and he finds that his dad is there and he's got a lot of anger towards him. He confronts him about calling his mother a pet.
Well,
go ahead.
Before he confronts him, it looks like he's like sees him for the first time. He's like, hello, Mark, and then he looks like he's about to punch him, and then he gives him a big hug because he does miss him.
Yeah,
and then he lets him have it.
Yeah, and I think you can see that. God, what's Omni-Man's actual name?
It's not Hank, is it?
No.
It's not Frank.
No, it's a 2-syllable name. I keep wanting to say Logan, but it's not Logan. That's Wolverine. But it's something to that extent. And they get to talking, and he's explaining what happened to him. And he pretty much wandered through space because he knew that he had deserted, and that meant that he was going to have to face the wrath of the Viltrum Empire.
Nolan.
Nolan, there we go. I wasn't that far, Logan. Nolan, yeah, you can see how I did that.
Yeah. Logan. Yeah.
So yeah, Nolan is just wandering through space, and at one point he reaches a black hole, and he's just letting himself be taken by the black hole. Then he sees a ship that is about to be taken by the black hole. He saves it and drops it back off at its own planet, I think. And they ask him to stay and pretty much be their savior, which is the group of people that he is currently with, the insect people.
Yeah.
And he tells Mark, these people need your help. It is not their fault. Whatever I did is not their fault. And Mark is upset. He doesn't want to help, right? But at the end of the day, you know Mark is going to help. You know he is, because he has a good heart.
I mean, that's the reason why he left Earth.
Say again?
That's the reason why he left Earth, to help these bug people out, because those are lives.
And to be honest, it says a lot about how Nolan has changed.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, that especially in that one scene where he gets upset that they're killing them, and he's getting like, why am I so upset? Well, like, why do I care so much? And then that one scene where Mark tells him is like, you should have felt like that way back in Earth, because that's the same thing that you freaking did to us. And then like you realize it, and it's like, oh my God, I messed up so bad. It was crazy.
And he knows it. He admits it to Mark. He's like, I know I messed up. I know that I did this. And dang, those Viltrumites, they make quick work of pretty much the entirety of the planet. And you know, I had been wondering, like, how strong is Nolan? Like, is he just an average Viltrumite? The answer is no. The answer is he is a pretty skilled fighter, and he is pretty damn strong. That being said, some of the things that those Viltrumites can do, even when they're facing death, is impressive. Mark finally stops holding back after getting his ass handed to him for a little while. And he finally starts fighting back. Go ahead.
The female Viltrumite with the way she used her hair as a weapon, that shit was crazy.
I know. I wonder if that's every female Viltrumite, or that's just
I think it's just her. Yeah, I think it's just her specifically. And the way he like Nolan just like, or was it Mark that like ripped off her jaw or kicked her jaw off? I can't remember.
I think it was Nolan.
Yeah,
Nolan did some crazy things to all of them, but in the end, he still ends up losing.
Breaks his back.
Yeah, he gets his back broken and captured by Viltrumites. You know what still surprises me, though? Why didn't they take Mark?
Because they probably don't see him as a threat. Maybe Nolan wasn't supposed to breed with them.
Yeah, and they also want him to guard Earth. Do you really think... I mean, do they really think he's going to guard? I guess they're like, even if you don't guard Earth, we'll just come down and destroy everyone and you.
Well, not guard Earth. He wants him to conquer Earth. Conquer.
Wrong word.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's insane, dude.
Yeah, great episode though, man. I'm really enjoying it, and I do like the little clip that they showed of the blue guy killing his original version, because he was like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with someone knowing that they were the original. I'd rather there be this kind of confusion.
Oh yeah, the clone.
So we can treat each other as equals.
Yeah, it's like some things need to stay the way they are, you know. That's another thing that I know we talked about it, but that's another thing that I really like about Invincible is the side characters, and like although they do tell a story like in one episode, and you think that like you're like, okay, I think that's it. Like, what happened to this character? Oh, they're coming back. They're there for a reason. Like the guy that can split into different dimensions and stuff like that, different universes. There's more to him, you know, and then there's more to the I want to say Guardians of the Galaxy. No, Guardians of the Globe. You know, there's more to each of those characters. Like the robot, you know, now he cloned himself as a little boy, and then like there's just gonna be more to all these characters. That alien that's trying to pretend to be a human, that character is hilarious.
Yeah, he is on the treadmill.
Yeah,
and then Rex is like, Where are you from? Where?
Yeah, it's just hilarious, and then I know I said in the last episode, but it's just I like where they're going with each and every character. Like they take their time to write in all these characters, which is great. Not a lot of shows and movies even do that. So it's just kind of nice to see that every character kind of has a purpose in its own, even if it's not like the main plot. They still have like little subplots for everything that kind of just ties into everything, which is great.
Yeah. No, I like that. It's coming out great. I can't wait for the next episode. I'm wondering when they're going to take that break. Is it going to be starting? Go ahead.
Yeah, they're gonna. It's gonna be next year when we get to see it. I think in January, late January. But they're just waiting.
So this last episode was the last one until January. Oh no.
Yeah, it's the mid episode. It's like half of the season, and then they're gonna give you the next half later on.
They better not take as long as they did to bring out season 3. Is all I'm saying.
Season 3? So you mean season 2?
No, like after season 2 ends. Better not take 2 years to come out with season 3.
Yeah, no, you were right, dude. I feel like I had to rewatch season 1 just to like, all right, what happened? But like, I thought I had to, but like, not really. I
watched the recap. That was enough.
Yeah, the recap was enough. Yeah, it's a great show.
The Adam Eve episode was helpful at just kind of bringing me back into that world.
Yeah, the Adam Eve episode, man, really, really good.
Speaking of her storyline, God, I hate that Chicago didn't work out when she tried to help rebuild, and her dad just was able to throw it right in her face. That is a terrible father. He's like the worst father I've ever seen.
Terrible adoptive father.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. He thinks she's his blood.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, swap the babies or something like that, right? So
if he found out that she wasn't his blood, he'd probably disown her immediately.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank God, I hate her. You're like, why? Why do you hate this girl so much? Like from day one, he hates her too. It's ridiculous. But anyway. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, it's gonna be very interesting to see like who these really strong Viltrumites are,
Yeah, I wonder who stands up neck and neck with Nolan. And from what I hear, over time, who knows how long it's gonna take, but over time, Mark becomes extremely powerful. Like,
I think more powerful than Nolan.
Yeah. From what I'm hearing, like he becomes a monster, but he fights for good. Let's go. The nerd in me just came out. All right, let's get into our Christmas celebration. Jason, you got some questions that you set up for us.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask you the first one, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jason, what is the best Christmas gift that you have ever received?
So there's a couple answers to that, but as a kid, I would say, right? Would that be fair? Is that where you're kind of leaning towards? Growing up as a kid, what's the best Christmas gift you ever received?
Yeah,
that's some pretty good ones these past couple of years. But as a kid, I'll never forget it. Just we were going into the gaming era as growing up as kids. Is when I got a Super Nintendo. I think I was the most hyped for that because I did get a PS2, but like that was like my first gaming system that I ever had, which I was like super hyped for, and like kind of just that's what made me got into gaming, So it was during that time where you just that Super Nintendo was the thing, I was super hyped for that. So I was I'm gonna go with the Super Nintendo.
Hey, I have a very similar answer, like very similar. I remember, I think I was, I don't remember if I was 7 or 9. I think I was 7. Being 7 years old, asking for the PlayStation, the first PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
And I opened up that box and there it was, and I was like, "Oh, PlayStation!" Like I went crazy. I played the demos for hours that day. The demos, it comes with like demo
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
What was it?
hilarious.
Armored Core was one of them where you get to play as these robots. It came with a free version of this game, a racing game called Jet Moto. Just constant playing.
I
And then, of
remember
course,
Jet
I ended
Moto.
up playing Crash Bandicoot, which was classic.
Yeah, see, for me, I didn't get the PlayStation. I ended up getting the N64. I think I got that.
That was the system.
Yeah, that one was dope. Love that one, but I think I got that one for my birthday. I can't remember when I got that one, but I don't think it was Christmas. Maybe it was. Who knows? Yeah, man. Well, moving forward, I got a question for you.
All right.
What is your favorite Christmas tradition?
So this one's more recent. Our family, me, Gabby, and Katya, we have every year we rotate on buying a new ornament. So each of us gets to pick an ornament every year. This year, Gabby, it's your turn. So waiting on that ornament. I know it's a Harry Potter ornament. So we'll see how that. Oh no, just kidding. I think I know what the ornament was already, and it is a Dunkin' Donuts elf ornament.
Is she supposed to surprise you with like an ornament?
No, we usually get to see what it is fairly early, but it's always like an expensive ornament. That's like
yeah.
$8 to $10. You're like, you spent $8 to $10 on an ornament? Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
I have a Darth Vader ornament, but that's as crazy as
okay.
Yeah,
we've got a few Cowboys and Spider-Man and all these other different ones. So yeah, so that's my favorite. Dang right, we them boys.
That's cool. I like that tradition. Yeah, I like that a lot.
We get into it. Yeah, you should start using it. You guys can get yourselves an annual ornament.
Yeah, probably should get our own tradition. Jamie and I get started on our own. I guess for me, it's pretty basic. Christmas Eve, we all get together, going with my entire family, and we do I don't know if it's posada, but we pray, like for like about an hour. But like we go out and sing, and we do like the whole thing. It's a good time, but right afterwards, like there's food. We're getting drunk. It's just a great time hanging out with the family. Because on Christmas we just chill. We just open up the next day and just open Christmas and just chill the rest of the day. We're not doing anything. We don't have anything planned. So yeah, I would just say Christmas Eve with the family.
Speaking of tradition, so you guys open your presents on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, the kids are allowed to open one at midnight on Christmas Eve, but just one, and then they have to wait till the rest Christmas morning. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we do the opening presents at midnight. Like everybody stays up and parties all night and then opens their presents at midnight.
Well, see, we would probably do that, but like sometimes we're either at my Nina's house or my tia's, whoever it may be, so we can't bring all the presents, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, we've gone into a new version where we do half and half because Katya doesn't stay up that late, which is funny because I'm like, I remember being a kid and I always stayed up late on Christmas.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd make sure I say like, all right, let's go to bed. Santa's not gonna put down the Christmas presents,
Yeah, no, she passes out quick. She tries, but no, it does not work out.
That's funny.
All right, next one for you, Jason. What's your least favorite thing about Christmas?
Least favorite thing about Christmas? Oh man, I would say it's the Christmas shopping, bro. And just like the shops, like everywhere, like it's just so fucking packed. You know what I mean? And like people are just, I don't know, like you go to the stores and people are just so rude to the people that work there. Like, dude, like it's your fault you waited this long to buy Christmas presents, and it's my fault too. But like it's just that type of environment. Like it's supposed to be like the holiday season. I know some people are struggling, don't have money to buy presents and stuff like that. So it's just it's kind of hate to see that. But yeah, I would say that's probably my least favorite thing about Christmas. What about you?
The same, especially the amount of money you spend at that time of year. Like it is insane how much money people spend at that time of year just to buy random stuff. and it's nice, right? Like you're buying it for other people, which is cool. But my God, it takes a toll on people. It definitely takes a toll. So that's definitely my least favorite part: the shopping and the amount of spending.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree with that. What about your favorite movie to watch? Your favorite Christmas movie to watch during the holidays with your family?
So I mentioned this one last year. Has not changed. It's still the same one. Muppets Christmas Carol. That is the best version of A Christmas Carol I've ever seen. I love that version.
You know what? It's funny you say that. Jamie and I watched it earlier this month.
How'd you
It's
like
really
it?
good. It was really
Right?
good, dude.
Right? Michael
Is,
Caine as Scrooge is fantastic.
yeah, dude. It was good. It was great. It was great. I loved it. Just
Yeah,
the Muppet aspect of it was funny, dude. You know?
it's shocking how good it is, right? Like when you watch it, you're like, why is this so good? Like, am I crying for a little frog right now?
Dude, I like that the Scrooge's partners were uh, the
The old men,
the critics,
the
the old
hecklers.
yeah, the hecklers. Oh, dude, that shit was hilarious, bro. That was like my favorite Muppet characters because they were just hilarious.
Yeah, God, I don't. One of my cousins, their favorite character was the Swedish Chef. Bergen, Durgen, Durgen. But yeah, definitely my favorite Christmas movie. I was about to give a followed closely by, but I wanted you to say yours, in case it's yours.
Yeah, so it's I haven't seen it because I usually wait till like closer to Christmas. But it's Elf. But as of late, man, if I'm being completely honest, Jingle All the Way, dude. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. I did.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen it twice already this year. I love that movie, bro.
I was about halfway through it with my students recently. I think I was enjoying it more than they were. They didn't even give the movie a chance. They weren't watching it at all.
Really? Oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah, no, we were watching. So we have like a snack time where they get to
Yeah.
eat, like, or a supper time where they get to eat a snack at the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
And they were just talking and eating the snack. So I put on a movie, and they just continued talking. They didn't. They didn't try.
Were
They're
like
like,
some of the
"Oh, it's
kids
not a
paying
cartoon."
attention?
Not worried about it.
Yeah. Were some of the
Nah, they
kids
were
paying attention? No? Oh, okay.
a couple. And then that was about it. So it
Okay.
wasn't. I didn't tell them to watch it. So you know that you kind of got to get kids' attention with certain things like that. Yeah, I didn't tell them to watch it. So I might try again later. That's a good one. I was gonna say Elf, yeah, or Home Alone, but yeah, Elf is the one.
Yeah, Elf is definitely the one, bro.
All right, all right. Now, if you had to say that you were any Christmas character, which Christmas character would you be?
This is a good one, and I know I was, I know I was the one that's came up with the questions and stuff. But that's a great question. I was thinking about it the entire we were recording. Um,
It's
sorry.
tough, right?
Yeah. I would say for now, but let me think about it. It'd probably be Jamie from Jingle All the Way, the son. You know,
Okay,
because
okay.
I've been that kid where like I want the toy, this toy, blah 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 blah. But really deep down, you just want to spend time with your mom and dad. You know,
Mm-hmm.
go in the parade and stuff like that. So I really felt that as a kid. So I'd probably say, I'd probably say Jamie, man, from Jingle
Okay,
All the Way,
okay.
the son. I'll think about another one, but if it comes to mind. But what about you?
I'm gonna go back to Christmas Carol. I would like to say that I'm Scrooge's nephew, the nephew who, even though Scrooge doesn't want to celebrate Christmas, he's like, I still wish you a Merry Christmas. You're still invited to my house to come over because I love you.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, that's mine. I thought that was a great character. I definitely aspire to be that jolly on the holiday season. I'm gonna try harder this year to be more jolly. So yeah, that's the one. I wanted to be ridiculous and say like the Grinch, but I'm not. I'm not that bitter.
No, definitely not.
But yeah. Well, that's all I got, Jason. You got anything else for us?
No, just keep an eye out, guys. Obviously, we're getting towards the end of the year. If you guys are first-time listeners or have barely started listening to us, every year we do like our top 10 movies of 2020 of the year, top 10 albums, and top 10 shows. So we will be having those episodes out to you before the end of the year, or some might come out the year after. But we do a lot of recap because just to give you guys, if you guys haven't seen anything or just what we ranked as far as our favorite stuff was of year 2023. A lot of good stuff. I will say I think shows were probably my favorite this year. Just give you a little sneak peek.
Yeah, shows are going to be difficult to do a top 10 for sure.
Yeah, dude, I was thinking about it. Like, I don't even know what to put in my top 5. It's crazy. It's crazy how good it was this year.
Yeah, I still have some shows to catch up on. So we'll be cramming those in for you guys right before we start, probably next week. Next week is probably going to be our first one.
Awesome. All right. So keep an eye out for that, guys. We'll have that out to you soon. And stay nice and warm out there.
All right. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next week for another episode of Revenge of the Pod. Peace out, everybody.